You are looking at Laura Michelle Owens. I do want to clarify here. It says age 35, sex male. She is not a male. She is a female, as far as I know. This is probably a clerical error. I hate to even say this because a lot of people, it left people with a lot of questions like, oh my gosh, is this story crazier than we could have even imagined? Well, I spoke to all of the victims, or at least the three that have been out and talking about this case. One of their restraining orders is up this week. Will Laura have the balls, no pun intended, to try to get that restraining order renewed, or is she just going to finally call it quits? Don't really have an answer, but we did hear from a legal expert in our community about what the prosecutor might be offering Laura if she wants a plea deal. They say the office may not want to offer Laura a plea deal, but they may be required to. It depends on the jurisdiction. And again, what would that look like? Well, for example, first-time offenders with nonviolent charges may get an offer to reduce the level of one or more charges. Moving things from a felony down to a misdemeanor, combining perjury charges from 4 down to 1, things like that, agreeing to suspend some of the mandatory prison time so the defendant can serve part or all of their confinement in jail. Agree to concurrent instead of consecutive time. Usually any state sentence with a term of confinement of less than 1 year can be served in jail, not prison. So again, these might be the types of things they offer her. And what would they want in response? They would want for her to just admit she did it. Just make it quick, admit you did it, and, say that you won't appeal and say afterwards, oopsie, I was lying. So anyhow, I want to thank our legal friends for giving us updates on this Laura Owens case. As you guys know, it's been a center part of our podcast for several years now as we fought for the justice of these victims who are continuing to be tormented. I've seen people tweet to TEDx Talk, right? TEDx, the company. Laura still has her sham YouTube video up where she says this guy abused her, when in fact we've provided evidence that that's not the case. Now, I know a hell of a lot more about what's going on behind the scenes, and let me just say this. These investigators are working overtime. That's all I can probably say right now, but I'm letting you know, look at my eyes, I'm trying to communicate some Morse code to you right now. They are throwing the hammer down on her. So she's going to be in for a hell of a rude awakening about what happens when you, really use the legal system to harass, intimidate, and bully people. Can't do that.